Hi, my name is Alyssa Warren, and I'll be talking to you a little bit about the research study that I have found that supports my behavior change project. The title of the research study is The Effectiveness of Social Stories on Decreasing Disruptive Behaviors of Children with Autism, 3 case studies. This research study was done by Ozdemir in 2008. She wanted to determine if social stories are effective interventions used as a sole intervention at decreasing problem behaviors or disruptive behaviors in the classroom setting. She used a multiple baseline design across participants. For the 3 participants that were in the study, they ranged from ages of 7 and 9. The dependent variables for participant 1 was using a loud voice in class, participant 2 was chair tipping in class, and then participant 3 was cutting in the lunch line. The independent variable was the use of the social story. For this research study, the researcher made individualized social stories for each of the 3 participants following Carol Gray's method. The social stories were read by the teacher's aide before the classroom activity began or before lunch for participant 3. The IOA was recorded in 30% of the sessions. They used partial interval recording sessions to observe the behaviors, and in 30% of the sessions that IOA was recorded, there was 100% inter-observer agreement. In addition, for the treatment integrity, the teacher aides who read the stories for the participants had to go and attend a 2-hour training to ensure accuracy of the intervention. And treatment integrity for 50% of the sessions were recorded for treatment integrity, and the treatment integrity was 100% for those sessions. It also scored high on social validity. The teachers found it to be a very easy and feasible intervention to implement. So the results found that social stories did decrease all behaviors in the classroom setting for all 3 participants. Some of the data for these participants: participant 1, who was participant that was speaking in a loud voice during class, his levels of speaking in a loud voice were 63% average at baseline, and it decreased to 11.5% at the intervention phase, which was the social story. For participant 2, who was engaging in the chair tipping, his behaviors were at 55% during baseline and decreased to an average of 18.6% during the intervention phase. Lastly, cutting in the lunch line for participant 3 was at mean levels of 60% during baseline without the social story intervention, and then decreased to 7.6% for the intervention phase. Means data was also collected for all participants, and all disruptive behavior remained at low levels for maintenance. So overall, the conclusion showed that social stories can decrease disruptive behaviors in a classroom setting with children with autism, and it can decrease different behaviors as well. Each participant exhibited a different behavior, and all behaviors decreased. In addition, previous research showed that social stories were disliked by many participants when they were used. In the study, this was not the case. The participants wanted to show their teachers and show their peers their social stories and wanted to read it to them, so they really enjoyed reading their stories or having them read to them. In addition, teachers found that it was a very acceptable intervention and one they would use in the future. Although they did see decreases in the behavior, there are some limitations. The amount of generalization that can occur is unknown. The participants did have functional verbal communication and also some reading, lower level reading skills. The researcher doesn't know if these social stories would be effective for those without the reading skills or those without functional communication. In addition, there was a small sample size of only 3 participants, So with that small sample size, it is unclear if the results would generalize to a larger population. But overall, they found that this social story intervention as the sole intervention was very effective in decreasing the disruptive behaviors for children with autism.